Hi, my name is Gabriela Zanga-Smith,
My name is Marietta Gavrili,
This is Christina Bromparian.
I am Achilles Imididis.
and I'll be running for the position of president.
and I am half Greek and half American, and I will be running for the position of vice president.
Running for the position of secretary.
I am 19 years old, studying economics, focusing on a double major in finance, and I am running as a treasurer on the upcoming elections of the DSA.
I'm half Greek, half English, and this is my 4th year at Deree. I'm a communication major, and I've also completed a minor in management and modern languages. I believe I'm a suitable candidate for this position because I'm very determined and I will do anything necessary in order to get the job done.
I'm a senior student, currently enrolling in a marketing management major and the foreign languages minor, and I'm also a member of the investment club. I would describe myself as a hardworking individual, willing to do my best to help my fellow students with anything they might need.
This is my first year and second semester at Deree studying an international business major. I simply want to quote Benjamin Franklin's favorite words of mine that I have had in mind for my whole academic journey. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. I simply want you to give me the chance to get involved in the DSA as the secretary so that I learn from you. Thank you.
With my fellow candidates from the movement moving forward, all I have to say is that I'm here to provide and ensure the transparency you deserve and you've been asking for a long time.
What do you have in common as a group, and so that you decided to be united and run for the elections together?
What we wanted to do is to form a group of people who would be willing to work hard, who would want make progress and make some things heard and help our other students who might face difficulties, because us as students have faced some difficulties with the whole process, and some things we wanted our voice to be heard and to find someone who would be able to represent us and make the whole environment better, or to do some things to work things out to be more friendly towards us. And this is what we wanted to form as a group of friendly people who would be willing to help other students resolve their issues and who would be friendly and willing to hear their voices and do something to better the situation, whatever that is.
Yep.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you, what are you going to do the first 100 days to change the government, to change this environment you talked about? Let's say you become a president.
The first priority for me would be, if I was elected president, would be to help the first and second year students. This is one of the main things that made me run for president as well, because I feel like it would be because personally in my first and second year, I was lost at Deree. I did not know what I was doing. I could barely find my classes. I had difficulty making friends. I didn't know how to do things. I didn't know how to work the careers office. I didn't know how to get involved. I didn't have any idea how to do the library, the study abroad. It took me a while to figure things out. And I'm thinking now, how would the first and second year students feel who have never even, some of the first years have never even stepped foot on the college campus? So they've missed an entire year of student life, which is a lot. Even the second years, some have only done 6 months in the 2 years out of college. So one of our first things would be, as a team and as president and vice president, would be to do as many activities as possible to help get them into student life, explain many things to them, show them where everything is basically, and how things work. So we want to be an in-between link. So someone can come and say, I want to do this. I want to join a club. I want to create a club. I want to try and get an internship. I don't know how the library works. What do I do?
Where should I go?
Yeah. So we want to be the people that you can come to with your question, and we can lead you in the right direction. We can tell you about our own experiences, and we can just help you figure things out, especially the students that have never actually been at Deree. They have so much to catch up on.
Okay, so Marietta, which do you think are the main issues the student life faces, and what would you do to change them?
Well, as Gabriela mentioned before, right now we cannot say that Deree, like as a whole, faces its students face the same problems as previous years, since we have all this issue with the pandemic going on. So we need to reevaluate the issues that existed before and the issues that might exist now. As Gabriela mentioned, also with the first and second year students that are not involved and might be a bit lost, and what we're planning to do about it, like make maybe seminars or communicate, like answer questions. When we're gonna return to the premises, like we're gonna have an office where we're gonna make sure that students feel comfortable coming to us and maybe asking questions and communicate with us for whichever reason that might be.
Okay, so I know that many students complain about the inactivity of the clubs during the pandemic. So I wanted to ask you, how are you going to manage this inactivity of clubs, which is observed during these difficult times?
Thank you for your question, first of all, and for the great introduction. Yes, I am the president on the Creative Writing Club, and I think I should start with that because this was a club that was actually almost inactive. And me and actually our to be elected treasurer, Achilles, we reactivated it because we think, as you said, that it's a shame for clubs to go inactive. And basically, we took the initiative and we're now planning our first meetings and our first activities, and it's going really well. I think the way to sustain an active club is to keep engagement, first of all, in the pandemic era through social media, because we do a lot of surveys, we do a lot of competitions through social media. For example, on the Art Through Lenses Club, as I can speak for, we constantly are engaged with our members. We have a Discord server where we talk all the time. We have a Teams group as well. We have a Messenger group. We are communicating all the time. So I think the first point and most vital is communication. And then for participation, which I think is the second and most vital, I think that without participating as a GB member, then you can't keep a club active. You have to participate constantly. You have to feel like a member. You have to plan things that are going to interest everyone. So basically I think communication and participation are the most important things. And to sustain the participation, you always have to be in contact and very close with the members. And I think all of our members can ensure that. I am pretty sure.
I'm going to ask you, Achilles. Hello.
Hi.
You're running for a treasurer, right? Okay,
Exactly.
so I would really like to ask you, how are you planning to manage the treasury of the DSA? To make it clear, where will the money go? I think it's really important to know that.
As a member of governing body in 3 clubs, Innovation Club, ATL Club, and Creative Writing Club, and much other clubs that the other governing bodies can support me on that, they know my work ethic and they know how professional I am on my job, and they fully respect the whole thing that I've done for these clubs during this small time and during these hectic times of the pandemic.
So how are you going to ensure this transparency?
We didn't want to start promising like all these things that practically and technically and based on many things can't actually be achieved. We wanted to put realistic targets that we can actually do. And I feel like we're being transparent in that because we're being honest. We can't change the whole school in a year. We can't do crazy things. We can't build a second pool and, there's a limit to the things we do. We can try as hard as we possibly can, but at the end of the day, there's a limit to the things we can do. And that is being completely honest. There's the targets we have set, I believe, are realistic and can actually be achieved. not all needs are known. We didn't put another one that we think is right, because at the end of the day, our job is to listen to what issues the students have and what problems they think they have, and to listen to them and try and solve them, because everybody has a different opinion on what needs to be changed at the school. So our job is to be honest in what we can actually achieve, not start promising crazy things that can practically not be done, and listen to what their issue are and be honest in what we can do about it. So that's how that whole headline came along.
We need to ensure the communication between the students and the governing body of the DSA so everyone knows exactly what we're doing. We're not going to pull a trick on anyone. We are not going to hide anything. And people have to understand that we are going to be as transparent as the office is right now.
I think that you're half American and half Greek.
Yes, I am.
Is it correct? Okay, very nice. So I wanted to ask you, how has this affected your choices and the whole experience here at Deree?
It's an education in itself
Yes.
that a lot of people don't realize at Deree. It's a lot of people have the tendency to just stick to their own, like Greeks tend to stick
Comfort
with
zone.
Greeks in their comfort zone, and what they don't understand is that there's so many people at Deree that are so interesting exactly because they're from so many different places and have led a completely different life to you. And personally, I love every opportunity Deree gives to interact with these type of people, and I think there should be more, because I think not enough is done for the international students. I feel like a lot of times they're left out, not only due to the language, but due to the activities. Sometimes I don't feel like they do their best to include them. So definitely on the agenda would be to create some activities that help the Greek students connect with the international students, like sharing their culture and their heritage and helping them make friends. So the international students always tend, I think not even out of their own choice, to stick to other international
We are
students.
a bit divided into two
Yeah,
groups, it's the Greek students and the international students, and we want to unite these two because it's a very nice experience for both parties to interact with each other, because we learn from one another, and actually international students have many things to offer to Greek students as well.
And Greek students have a lot to offer to international students. Like when a person's coming from a completely different country to a new school where they don't speak the language of the country, it can make a world of difference to have a friendly face that speaks Greek and can just help with some things. And on the other hand, you're learning so much just through your interaction by them. So that's definitely something that I believe that the Deree community could benefit from. More interaction between Greek and international students and more activities that include both.
Okay, thank you very much, girls. So if you haven't anything else to add, I'm gonna go back to Christina.
Hi.
And hello. And I wanted to ask you, how do you think the school handles the diversity communities, such as the LGBTQ plus community or the plus size community? What are your opinions on that?
Okay, first of all, because I think we should include in the diversity everyone that it's from an international background or a background that is considered a minority in a way, and all the groups that you just mentioned, like the LGBTQ, who also has a club, and we will always try to be in contact with. I just wanted to mention that I think if not everyone from our team has an international background. Personally, I am from Armenia, and that is why my last name is Bermperian as well. Achilles, for example, has transferred and has lived in another country as well. Gabriela and Marietta are both half foreign. So I think we all can understand the aspect of diversity. But not only, of course, in that way. I think all of us have experienced, and as partly, I think the 50% of the team, or the 60, there's 3 of us who are women. And I think that's the most important group to keep in mind when talking about sustaining rights of minority and of a group.
You can all answer to this. What is your usual Starbucks order?
Oh my God.
I can start.
What is your
Venti cappuccino.
I can.
I'm very.
I'm gonna be the weird person and say a fresh orange juice, and also add that I was extremely angry when they changed the price on it. It was one of the best things about Deree.
My personal favorite and my order that has been my order for at least 4 or 5 years is the double shot. And I always have it with me. I think it represents me completely because it's coffee, first of all. It keeps me alive. It keeps me ready for this position and organized. I don't know. It just, whoever hasn't tried it, go try it. Everyone has thanked me for it. And yeah, that's it. And I know Achille's order as well, but I don't think he wants me to reveal it. It's very simple.
What do you order, Achille?
Basically, whoever's seen me at Deree, I always drank very viscous venti. Maybe sometimes with strawberry syrup, then hot chocolate venti, plain as that. Or if I am nervous, to make myself even more nervous and aggressive that day, I'll just drink a plain black coffee from Starbucks.
Okay.
No, I don't know from coffee. I usually put others to order for me.